Yeah, it's fascinating because I'm sure you find this happens a lot with women in particular, is that we take on so many different roles. I know I do in my life. And one of the things that drew me to you is you talk about accomplishing more by doing less, which sounds almost counterintuitive. Like I'm always feeling I need to do more. And so when I saw that, it was like you arriving at the hospital. I was like, I love this woman. Like, tell me more. Like, I love her. I need to be her best friend. How can I accomplish more by doing less? Dr.
Right.
Christine Carter, how do I do that?
Well, there are a lot of ways, and so let's talk about the ways. I had to. There were a lot of things I had to sort of figure out in order to, because I knew that we should be working smarter, not harder, right?
Yeah.
But I had been so successful by working harder.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't really know what it means to work smarter because I know what it means to work harder. And it works for me.
Yes,
right?
Me too.
So until it didn't.
Right.
Okay, so here's the thing that I realized, the insight that I had. Because I'm not that old either, right? People are like, well, as you get older, your body starts to break down. And at this point, I was like, excuse me, I'm 37.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm older now, but at that point, I was like, I'm not that old. Like, this could happen to anyone, I think, who's pushing it this hard.
Absolutely.
Okay, so this is the insight that I had. I realized that even though I was getting hits all the time, I was not hitting home runs. And so
that.
It was in watching baseball that I'm not a big sports fan, but I became obsessed with watching baseball players get home runs, watching footage of baseball players get home runs. Yeah, wow. Because the bat never moves, right? They hit within the sweet spot of their bat, and it's all power and no resistance. And when you watch the bat doesn't move. It doesn't wobble or splinter or break. Now, a physics professor sent me a bunch of slow motion videos of people hitting outside of their sweet spot. And the bat, and you can get a hit. Professional players do it all the time, right? Yeah. But the bat, it looks like an optical illusion, right? The bat moves so much. Literally, the wood of the bat waves like the ocean. Or, often what you can see with your naked eye is that it will often splinter or break.
Okay.
When you hit. And so I thought, okay, I can get hits, but I'm not hitting in my sweet spot. I have power and great personal strengths that I've developed at this point in my life, but there's too much stress. There's too much resistance. I need to figure out how to grow. So the sweet spot is the overlap between where you have your greatest power or your personal strengths and where you have ease or a lack of resistance. And so here's the great news. We're not bats. Our sweet spot can actually be quite large. And it is only when we are able to find that place where ease overlaps with strength that we're able to hit our home runs.
Oh, so well said. And what I love about that, and a lot of what you wrote in the book, is I'm a strategy-based therapist, is I really believe that people need simple strategies that work. And your book is just filled with strategies. And what you're talking about a little bit here, I think, alludes to even this idea of your priorities, your 5 priorities. And
yes.
Spending 95% of your time on them. That was really a wake-up call for me because I had a very hard time writing down 5. I want it all. And so do many women. But that's not working for me. I'm spending my vacations like you, exhausted. And by the time they're over, I'm not ready to come back. So writing down my 5 priorities was like, since I'm back, I'm happier because of you. I'm happier because of you.
I'm so glad.